Time for some snowy Satisfactory. Actually wonder if there's like a snow biome. I am kind of surprised by just how much Satisfactory has its claws in me right now. Also, man, we're at 64% captions. What? We're at 64% star bits. So I think this is probably where my captions are gonna lag just a tiny bit, because this is Satisfactory and it seems to be a little intense on my rig. Not sure why. And let me get the display fixed up. Maybe. Satisfactory. Here we go. Let me know how the audio is. Let me know how the visuals look. This is a map that we have not shown on stream before. If you thought I wasn't obsessed enough with this game to have more than one save file, I'm sorry. I am hooked. Wow, 2 birds! They're lovebirds! Oh my gosh. Well, I kinda want to build you a little structure so that you can get comfy together. Goodbye, babies. I love you. You're so silly. Look at them. So, this is what I worked on last night. It is only a third of the potential iron that we have back here. Because we have 2 more nodes that we can start mining from. I'm trying real hard to be nicer to my conveyor belts. Way less crime. And this is only one of our current iron setups that we have. So I will put away ingots and some ore. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm recycling. We only have the 1 ticket, and I would like a couple more so I can buy some more tapes for my boombox. I might move the store a little bit too. Now, before I go too wild in trying to set up the other couple of miners, I need to double check our power situation. See, that's what I thought, that our max consumption with everything plugged in is way more than our current capacity. But we also have a lot of stuff plugged in that's either maxed out or like not being used at the moment. which is an issue with efficiency. I won't disagree. It just means we've got some wiggle room. But I think that means we need some more hydro plants. I'm gonna go check on our situation over here with the coal. Aren't the hypertubes fun? We found out that you can kind of set up your own little launch cannon. With hypertubes. Alright, so we got a lot of the encased industrial beams, so that's pretty good. Give me a minute, isn't that what you're getting? I forget. Coming out and getting split here, so you were 120, 40, 80. So you're only getting 80 a minute, right? But you're, like, way backed up. And then we were just making screws here because we have this extra iron that we didn't quite know what we wanted to do with. I might change that because, one, I don't know that we need it. It's kind of weird. We have this pure iron node over here that we were using to do some, like, minor steel production, but now I'm not entirely sure. I think the issue is our coal here is normal, right? Yeah. So with normal coal, that's kind of our limiting reagent here. We can only ever mine coal, well, we have it at 90 a minute for the foundry. But, like, if one's coming out at 90 a minute and the other's coming out at 120 a minute, the math just doesn't math very well. We could probably double this with a Mach 2 miner. And as you can see, we have all this concrete just kind of, like, backing up on the line. I don't think that can really be fixed. We can siphon off the excess. I need to go across the way to get our modular frames. Oh, we have a battery backup. Well, that's good at least. It means once our consumption, like, does actually dip, we can save some of our excess power. Which I think is why we haven't crashed the power grid yet. I can tell that the dry air is bothering me more than usual today. I had a moment earlier where, like, my eyes were just so itchy. So hello, this is our other factory that you also haven't seen. This is our desert map. Why are you backed up? I think we're getting way more. Are we getting 40 wire a minute? No, we're getting nowhere near that much. We're getting 22.5 wire a minute. Steel pipes a minute might be what we're getting. I mean, they're both back up at the moment. It could just be that they were over-juiced. That's what we call it when we manually put the stuff in so that it can craft more. Oh, if it's emptying both of them, that's why. Yeah, it's making 20 per minute and going into a storage bin, but then everything is emptying out of the storage bin. So it's designed currently to back up on the line, because it's getting 40 a minute and it does not need that many. Doesn't even need one whole line. But, let me see if I can change that. Instead of feeding it out of the storage bin, can I just feed it out of the one crafter? See, it's this little bit of, like, troubleshooting and problem solving you get to do. And you get to make the most beautiful conveyor setups. See? Problem solved. Now they're gonna come out of here at 20 a minute. And we're still saving the other 20 a minute in storage. We still have more than we need on the line. We only need 15, but what can you do? Sometimes, like, that's really the best that the math can do without adding extra things to it. I know things is like a super duper specific word. I'm just being great at communication right now. So I think what we want is to get everything out of those 4 storage bins, even the steel stuff, and move it all across the river here into one single truck stop. That way we can transport it back to our main base. So we can, like, use this as an outpost, but still be able to craft later stage game things with it. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna become Mach 2. So now you are coming out at 120 a minute. I think I want to pick both of you up to 180 and do 2 foundries. Which, I mean, is the same setup I have across the way. This is just a way to produce more steel. I'm going to tear a lot of this down, though. Let's try to let you guys craft out. Sorry, that's the turbo on the boombox. I like to try to let things, like, clear out naturally as much as I can. So we still do need a splitter for both of these, actually. I think what I'm gonna do is we'll split them down here. I'm pretty sure this is already set up to be max efficiency. Stop it. You may be late, that's okay. Better late than never. I appreciate you for hanging out today, Nat. And Fiona and Ace and Mom and Fudge and everyone who's here. I may have accidentally buried my foundry, but that's okay. She still knows how to function. No, that's right. Foundry. Hope you guys are able to stay warm and safe in the snow. So this, I can get rid of a lot of this. I had tried to set this up here, and I really don't need it. As soon as this is done crafting itself out, I will say goodbye to it. It's definitely worth it dismantling things like this because you get everything back. I don't know many games that do that. Usually there's like a punishment almost for like, oh, well, you built this and you didn't actually need it. Well. The song is really pretty. Want to build another Mach 2. So this Mach 2 miner is giving us 240 resources a minute. Alright, you are cleared out of one of the resources. Alright, so if I recall correctly, I'm gonna basically be repeating my steel setup from the other area. I didn't build it as a blueprint. Maybe I should start looking at that, because it seems really cool. Then we need a splitter here. Thank goodness. I think she clips the teeniest little bit, but you know what? It's fine. So this is a cool new thing we unlocked. It's called a wall outlet. Basically, if you use it on the ceiling like this, it's just a neater way to line up power poles. Did you guys clear out of iron up here yet? I'd like to rearrange these power poles. You're done. You are done. You are not. Baby steps. Alright, so that's 2 steel ingot rigs, and then each steel ingot rig is getting... they need to all be overclocked, I think. You are overclocked. 180 per minute. And then the iron needs overclocked. So if they're both getting 180 per minute and they're both going into foundries that are sucking at 90 per minute, then we're perfect. Ah. Math. Like, it's funny, it's... the math itself is a little bit on the basic side. Like, it's not too complicated, but it can get complicated very quickly. Oh, wait, no. Too much. $240. Oh, you're too fast. Let's do that for now. A Mach 2 is actually too fast here, because that's a pure node. I could have kept it Mach 1 with a power shard, or I can just turn her down a bit. I didn't realize you could go under 100%. That's kind of nice. So here we're moving at 180 a minute, so we're conveyor belt Mach 2, conveyor belt Mach 2. Even here we're Mach 2 and we could be Mach 1. No, we can't, because it's going in at 90. How did I pause this? I think after the foundries, they're gonna have to move upward, probably. Actually, I don't need any of this. We'll just... build up. want to keep this open. Like, the walls can be over here. We can keep this open. So up here, I think we do one of the foundry lines split into whatever we need to do. So what? Constructor. Do 2 constructors without it being too messy. Move back 1. For steel pipes, you get 30 a minute and you need, or you make 20 a minute. Each foundry's making 90 a minute. So one foundry split 3 ways could fuel 3 constructors. Maybe we try that? Can I fit 3? Answers yes. Be smart, and you can fit 3. That means... why don't we lift you up and then split you? 90 a minute means we need... we need Mach 2 lift. Beautiful. I think we need to build the other power pole up top first. I really have so much fun building in this game. think what we need to do now is we can go down here and connect to this. And then connect to up here. Can't see a thing. Each of these are making steel pipes. Alright, so if that's 90 a minute for steel tubes, now we can do 90 a minute for steel beams, and I forget what that'll look like. That's what I thought, 60 a minute. I can math. Means we might only need the one, right? Oops. Maybe I don't need all three of these to be steel tubes. Maybe I turn one of these. Because this feels like too much tubes and not enough beams. That's what we'll do. Stop! You goober. Ay, ay, ay. So then this is coming out of this. Oh no, I'm so close to being able to afford it. That's painful. Mach 1. Ugh. Alright, so we took back one of the constructors. We're gonna merge this with the rest. That gives us 120 for steel beams, which means 2 different constructors, not overclocked. Easy. Gotta run power up there. We're gonna run across the way to get some more reinforced plates. I have a lot over there. I'm mostly clearing out the excess so that I can recycle it for the power sink. The song is catchy. And then we have 9 coal plants from the looks of it. Maybe I overclocked the coal plants. Why is the song such a bop? So yeah, this is kind of what I have set up over here, just with a little bit more structure at the other place. You know, we've got our 2 foundries set up here, we've got 2 constructors. I actually think I have things a bit more efficient at the other location as well. Just with the fact that I'm utilizing all of my steel very, 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 very well. Pat on the back. Look how pretty this is. All 3 of these plants are backed up on coal. You can see how slowly it's moving in. So I want to figure out what the limiting reagent is here. Also, you can't stop when you pull out your sailcloth, you pull out the parachute, you are in it for the long haul. So we're burning at 15 a minute. We're definitely pulling more than 45 a minute. Yeah. We may as well reduce the electricity here. I also wonder, why did we not want a 4th one? Is it the water? You can pull 180 per minute. We would need you at 200. Can you do that? Like, can we just hook up a 4th coal generator? First, what do I need to make another coal generator? A cable, oddly enough. Mildly annoying, because I have to go all the way back to the main base for some cable. feel like I'm constantly running low. I forget if there was a reason that we didn't want 4. I think the water was the reason, but if we overclock the water, we'll be fine. Heat. Want that. Have that. That. Have that. Alright, so now we have 200 more cable. And we're going to try to build another coal generator. I should have put it on my to-do list. I think I still have everything I need. I will be very sad if I have to take the hyper tube of shame. I might need to grab some steel tubes from over here. I feel like I'm definitely bouncing around a lot because I'd like to finish that. But I also know that power is kind of an issue, so I'm also trying to finish that. Was the issue the splitter? Is that why we only had 3? Come to think of it, maybe that was why we only had 3. Because even overclocking it, even though we could get more coal, we would have to, like, split and merge, and I don't know if that's worth it. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out, like, what if we split it? It's coming out of here at what? Right now, 45, I think. Yeah, I've got it at 45. It could come out at a rate of 60. And each one needs 15. I could fix this. We just need extra splitters. So it goes from 60 to 30. And then 2 more splitters on either side. Give us 15, 15. I will not take criticism about this because this is how it was when I got here. Out of iron plates. Ugh. Ugh. And what does it take to make the pipes? Because we are splitting the water 3 ways here, and we'll have to do the same thing. Split it twice and split it twice. Oh, I can't afford that. Ay, 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 with all the running for the copper and everything. See, my issue, though, is that I didn't do any of the power plant stuff on any of the maps that I've played on, so that's one of the reasons I want to start working on it. I want to start knowing, you know, like, how do I build this? Because if I keep plugging more and more stuff in without adjusting our power grid at all, we're gonna blow a fuse. That is how it works when you're building your own factory like this. I should also check on my smart wiring here. Copper sheets. Ooh, we're getting close! On the save that I have with Sekhmet, we are also on this phase of the space elevator. We finished the smart plating, and I believe we are currently set up to be, like, slowly producing all of the other stuff as well. Is that everything I need? What do I not have? Okay, on wire. I'm out of plates. I need more plates. I can get more reinforced plates as well. And I'm good on concrete. I think I have everything. I think. We don't have any rotors, but I don't think we need a pump, as long as we keep everything low to the ground. Schloop. Schloop da whoop. Does anyone else get excited on Fridays thinking about dinner plans? I do. Usually we get yummy food on Fridays, though. And our meals this week have been incredible. We did homemade smash burgers and fries, and we had a chicken bacon broccoli mac and cheese. So yeah, everything we've made this week was just incredible. I think we need more broccoli next time we do that. I need this splitter to come off to two separate splitters, right? Go those two. Go up there. The last one's gonna have to go around. Beautiful. Now I just need to plug you in. Why are you not plugged in? How long have you been not plugged in? So silly. Pretty sure one of these goes to the water extractor, so we gotta move a little quick here. plugged in. Weird. Oh well, we'll plug in the last one. The one that's not connected. Whatevsies. They're all plugged in. Should all be getting water. We need 200 a minute, and I think we've got that. Our max consumption is still kooky. But I think we've got a lot of stuff that's not currently in use. Like some assemblers that are plugged in and not running. I still feel better about that. And we can go through and do that to all of our setups if we need to. Also, I mean, upgrading to a Mach 2 miner would give us even more coal for the power plants if we ever needed that much. We can finish up over here. Yeah, like, these have already stopped running because there's nowhere for all of this steel to go. Out at 90 a minute. I guess the question is, where do I want this to go? I have storage units over here that we can relocate. Oh wow, that one was full. Bam. I also have to figure out, do I want to keep this assembler all the way out here for the encased steel beams, or do I want to kind of bring it in the other production items? I think maybe this is where we do the base steel, and maybe over there is where we do steel assembly line items. I'll keep this running for now, though. Oops. I keep doing that because to get out of the build menu, I have to hit right-click. But it's very funny because it is also the turbo button. Grab some steel beams. Every time with you. It's a dangerous boombox to be holding. So if you're coming out at 20 and 20 a minute, I could definitely merge those two lines. I like that. It's nifty. Now we'll have to go up to the top to pull down the steel beams. There she goes. I did not have enough inventory space. That's fine. You got 100 left in you. This is a cute little steel setup. And I can go back through and add more of these pillars if I'd like. You know, just for the illusion that it's a structurally sound building. Only making 15 a minute. That's fine. I swear I fight with these conveyor belts so much. Ugh. You stink. If I turn it the other way, it'll probably be happier, huh? Yeah, just like that. I didn't want to be running into it. I wanted it to be over my head. Okay. Catchy. Alright, so I think we've got a nice, efficient steel setup here, if I remember correctly. We've got 180 coming out of each miner, getting split for 90 into each foundry. Into each foundry. Yeah, that's looking good. I'm excited. So the only other thing, if I really wanted to, I could work on juicing up our power grid a bit more, but I also think it might be worthwhile to look around and figure out what do we have plugged in that we're not using? How much stuff do we have plugged into the network that we are just not using? I think right now our entire Caterium processing setup is not in use because all of the storage we have for it is full. And I just don't think we're quite ready for higher level Caterium processing. And I'm not sure how committed I am to building too many extra coal generators right now. I'll go grab some rotors. I could make another one here. Looking good. I still don't even remember exactly what I need these for, but I know there's a couple of things. Trying to figure out how much more copper stuff we need, too. Copper seems to be one of the resources that you don't quite need as much as some of the others. How's my smart plating going? Good, but we're out of rotors. I could fix that. I still want to get back here and continue working on this project, because this is where I started. Last night I got super sucked in. Trying to, you know, like, get our iron set up a little bit prettier. Am I producing too many here? I'm producing 40. I think I'm only using 30. Oops. It can be complicated sometimes because, like, what do you do when you're producing 40, but you only need 30 of something? Do you mess around and put down, like, 8 different splitters until you get exactly like 10 on each line and then you combine them into 30. Like, that's so complicated. Which is why I think eventually you get access to... Oh. Fun. Okay. Steel screws, I don't think I need. Steel rods, I don't think I need either. I don't know. 48 a minute isn't bad. A weird one. So this was from a hard drive. You get to research alternate recipes. I don't know that I need refined quartz. You can refine quartz yourself. The fact that it makes 260 per minute is why I'm thinking I'm taking this one. We have some recipes that require an absurd amount of screws, and being able to deal with it that way might be nice. I think I can do this. I just need to go get the 100 steel bars. Because there's my 50 AI limiters. The only thing I really could use is a tractor to move some of the steel products back. But until I have a good way to, like, put them away, I'm not sure what I should do. I'll just take the trip. The hypertubes are fun. What do you guys think of this game so far? I want to say this is like episode 4 or 5 of Satisfactory. And this is a completely different map, so you get to see the desert biome, and you get to see different areas that we haven't been to. But yeah, I'm mostly just curious what you guys think. See, I don't want to empty all of these out. I'd like to collect these somewhere. I think I'll take my steel beams from the other area. And we'll probably get rid of this. I'm kind of just like, we have materials, so I'm letting it craft it out so I don't have to do it by hand. And then we can use those materials, they'll get stored for later. You know what's funny is that Fudge and I also have a map set up on this same desert biome. We haven't played in a little bit. He's been having a lot of fun playing this game on his own off stream as well. Let's pause the boombox for now. I like Le Michael, but I kind of want another song. We only have 10 iron pipes. Need more. I don't think I'm actively producing any of these here that aren't getting fed into another machine. But I don't know how much you end up needing these aside from, like, construction like I'm doing. So what am I building next? Oops, sorry. There's steel. And we have everything set up over there. Might be able to get that truck station. 20 rotors, I have that. Truck stations are fun. Truck driving is hard. Still fun. We're getting close. We only need, what, 30, 44 for smart plating? I think we're gonna craft too much here. 34. We need another 20. Alright, once she's done, we'll be done with the smart plating for now. We'll get started on the versatile framework. See, what I'd like to do is, in our other map, we had it set up so that these things were getting constructed and they were getting fed directly into the space elevator. So we didn't have to worry about checking them and moving them ourselves. Welcome in, Raiders! Hello, Mo! How's it going? How was the Splatoon? Welcome in, Robbie. Did you get those dubs? I was hoping that putting the crown on your head would help with that, and also celebrate the first one you got. Well, welcome in, Raiders. If you don't know me, my name's Redria, full-time scientist, part-time streamer. We're moving to second shift starting next week, so we're trying to get a feel for these nice morning work and lurk style streams, and today, since I had a snow day, we're doing a bunch of different games. We did some Rune Factory Frontier, we are doing some Satisfactory now, and who knows what'll be next. So, if you're new to the channel, I have a little video and a song for you, so stick around. Like it. If I can find it. There you are. Keep going and growing. A raid is showing. Raiders, welcome in. How was stream? What did you play? Hey. Thanks for dropping by. I understand if you can't stay. Hey, hey, hey. My name is Redria and I'm a part-time streamer, full-time scientist and full-time dreamer. Hope you're having an awesome time today. I'll lead the way. I play platformer, sandbox games, farming sims, come watch all three. I'm on TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky, and Twitch TV. Like what you see, there's no need to wallow. Find me again, go on and click that follow. Please refresh your streams, and then you're free. Pronouns they, she. Welcome, Mopsy Raiders. Welcome in, guys. Well, thank you again so much, Mo, for bringing your community over. I really appreciate you, and I hope you had a lot of fun with some Splatoon. I am playing Satisfactory right now, and I don't know how familiar you might be with Satisfactory. It is very much a game about efficiency and building. So you can automate a lot of these processes. You can craft every single item in the game by hand. Where did staters go? Oh, maybe I'm out of staters. Yeah, okay, it made 40 of the wire. I'm out of staters. So, you can craft every single item in the game by hand. It just takes a while. And when you can mine iron at a rate of like 120 pieces of ore a minute, you are never going to be able to handcraft fast enough to keep up with it. So, you know, you start building smelters to help process your iron. And then you can take and build the iron ingots into other things. So right here we have plates being made. We've got iron rods being made. I think both of these are doing rods. And then upstairs we got screws being made, and then on the 3rd floor is where we're crafting even more fun stuff. So this is my off-stream save, which I'm now streaming because I feel like playing it today. And I don't know, it's kind of fun to run around on like one of the different maps that you can play on. This is an interesting game because the world is not procedurally generated. So you could load up a different save and choose the desert as your starting spot, and you could find where I'm at right now if you wanted to, and if you have the game. But anyone who came over with the raid, if you guys have to lurk, if you have to head out, I understand, but I'm just really happy to see you guys. Hope you're able to stay warm and stay safe with all the snow and the ice storms that we've been having. What am I gonna do with you? What am I gonna do with you? Fudge, does the Caterium ever end up, like, being something you need in bulk? Because I'm swimming in that wire. I'm curious to find out if there's a better way to process it. Alright, let me go get my 50 AI limiters. I'll do a bit of research. As a scientist, I'm very familiar with the art of the research. How do I make this? High-speed connector. You're not an electronics. Are you a communications item? Do I just not have you yet, I guess? How do I make that quick connect? Oh, I can't make the high-speed connector until I get plastic, which I don't have. I just don't have it. Go grab the rest of the cable because we definitely have the cable. This one. More concrete. $100 more steel beams and those modular frames. Those are at our outpost, which we were going to look into starting to build a quicker mode of transportation so that we might be able to start moving some cargo automatically. I love just hanging out in the hypertubes. Feels good. I haven't checked lately whether the roads look iffy. I need to take this one, I think. It's a fun mode of transportation. It might not be the quickest, but it's fun. Especially the spaghettification when you out the other side. That's really fun. Look, y'all, we got another factory here. Here's what I'm thinking. I don't know that I want to drive the tractor all the way up here. I feel like that's gonna be a little too complicated because these roads are not too traversable. I think I need to move all of my, cargo across the river. I keep hitting my microphone. The nice thing about having a new boom arm is that I've got that flexibility and I can hopefully keep the cables from wriggling around as much. But I am unfortunately struggling because I keep hitting... What do you mean a player isn't? Oh, I see. It's got a really wide... tractor. Beep beep. Vroom vroom. So yeah, I need to set up the other truck station, which I can't afford here. I can afford at the other end. I'm not gonna bother driving that thing yet because it's not particularly fast. Compared to the hypertubes, it just allows you to transport a lot of supplies back and forth. And if I can get figured out how to train my splitters on where to put things, so it knows where to put things away, then I might have a good storage solution in mind. Real quick, I'm gonna go take a 2-minute break to get more water because I'm just about out. So, BRB. Put some music on for everyone. And I'll see you guys in just a couple of seconds. Alright, I'm back, and I am apparently not done hitting my microphone. Whoops. Just waiting on the water to filter out. Got one of those, like, Brita pitchers. I really like it. We need a couple stacks of cable. Now, see, I could... Now I don't have to keep running and filling it manually. It is going to pull out way more than it needs because it'll fill this whole belt up, but I can just put it away later. I find myself pretty easily distracted in this game because it does feel like there's a lot of different things that you can choose to work on at the same time. Like, you can be working on these milestones. And you also eventually do need to complete the space elevator phases, because if you don't work towards those, you end up getting yourself progress locked. We will move you here. And I need to go get my modular frames. Really, though, well, actually, why don't I assemble these at the other end? I have both of those items over there. I still find it so hard to believe that the, like, visual quality for this is okay, because for whatever reason, even in my OBS, like, it's choppy, and even in my, like, Stream Manager, it's choppy, but I'm looking at it on my phone, and it's fine. It's just... I think we want to keep going. That's right, we were getting stuff for the second truck station. That's silly. I ran out of cable and modular frames anyway. You see what I mean about getting distracted? It's a very easy thing to do in this game. That's why usually when Sekhmet and I are setting up to stream this game on Wednesdays, we try to come up with, like, a goal. Especially when she and I are streaming, it's usually a shorter time slot where it will play between 2 and 3 hours. And you do want to figure out, okay, what do I want to work on? But it's nice because you can set your own to-do list, you can set your own goals. Alright, so the smart wiring will be completed. Probably gonna put a lift in here. Yeah. My power grid skills could still use some work. We could redo a lot of these power grids now that we have those like floor or those ceiling inlay outlets. I'm gonna do that. Alright. Unplug everything because it is a mess. It's gonna be way easier to just plug everything in again from scratch. More wires in here. Go with these. We might do power poles out there again, because I don't have the ceiling all the way through. I found out after building this that I like making my ceilings, like 3 walls tall instead of 2, just because there's a little bit of clipping that happens. You can stay there. We have a Goomba here. Raising all sorts of heck. Alright, I think that's good. I think that just needs connected to an outside area now. And now, start plugging things in. plugged in. Are you not powered? Can I not afford to plug you in? Powered and you're idle. We're not powered, but you won't let me plug you in. Oh, you are. I see. You were still plugged in. Is that everything? We all plugged in. Up top we're not happy yet, and that's okay. You're still not plugged in. You're good. I don't know, it can be fun sometimes to, like, unplug things and get them a little bit more organized, because at the very least, it's easier to find somewhere to plug stuff into with these ceiling outlets, I think. Alright. Now I get to go up top and fix this. Out of cable. Baby steps. Just have a couple more smelters to be able to plug in. think everything back up there is working again. And this is our main connection, I think, to the rest of the power grid. Grab the modular frames. I did. You're not plugged in yet, but that's okay, because I need the other one. Anyway. I'm so excited to hit some of the later stage items in the game that you get to craft. Like, there's still a lot of improvements that can be made even with just what we've currently unlocked, and that's kind of what I'm trying to do, just piece by piece. Alright. 76 out of 100, you're looking good. I think I have the smart plating. I do. That's right, I need to run the line from the steel beams over to the versatile assembler. I can do that then. I might need the chainsaw here soon. This truck's too big. And can't afford. This out a little bit more. Then build our ramps. Don't have any fuel. It's over here, though. Cable. This is where set it. Maybe I have to power it first. Operational. This is where we unload our goods, and then they can get put away with all of these fun little things. And then the other side is where we're going to load the vehicle up. Wait. Let's finish this milestone real quick. Send it. Fare thee well, Bumblebee. She'll be back, don't worry. She'll be back in 5. The whole point of this game is that you are an employee of this company called Ficsit, and you're kind of scouting out new planets to take some of their resources and craft them and convert them into things that Ficsit can use back on, I think, their home planet. So part of what you're doing is you establish that little rocket pod and then later on this space elevator to be able to transport goods back and forth. It's space capitalism. This is where you are loading. I don't know how clear this path is. Might not be very clear. Oops. Path. Load her up. I don't know if I can drive through the poison areas. I'm just gonna follow our path here. Looks like you can, but it damages you still. No. Dang it. Alright, hold on. Ah, so close. Be for real. It must be like only right in this one spot. There we go. Don't want to close the loop yet. Room. Okay to go. Dang it! Stinking thing. I thought that was one of the things that, would break when you hit it. Wrong. No. Third time's the charm? Now this tractor will do, like, literally exactly what you do. So, like, if you stop for a minute to get out of your tractor to go fix something, it saves that to your route. It saves the waiting time. It saves in your speed. You can see it's putting these nodes behind me automatically. That's it monitoring my speed during the recording. And then you can basically just follow your own arrows back. Zell says, I don't know if you knew this about me, but I think this game is just so satisfactory. Have you played this one before, Zell? Welcome in. We're having a little snow day stream. Path. Save. Load. And enable. Goodbye, baby. I promise you that's not the path. There you go. You just got confused. Someone you know just used to play this a ton. Fudge and I have been enjoying it immensely. This is where we want a lot of our components from across the river to come to. I'm thinking we're probably going to build some... See, I don't know. I wish it weren't so ridiculous to send conveyor belt lines, but I think that's what we're gonna have to do, is just put everything on a lift, send it down to the surface, and then send it across the river. That seems to be the strategy here. This is probably like episode 4, maybe episode 5 of Satisfactory, but this is my off-stream save, because the other one I've been playing with Sekhmet, and I kind of just wanted to vibe out, have a snow day, have some Satisfactory. I'm having a blast. We adjusted our steel setup here. I mean, she's going very, very well. I'm not going to lie. Producing a lot more pipes. Yeah, like, the other thing is that Sekhmet is the map host for our stream save, so I couldn't play that particular one on stream without her, even if I wanted to. But this is also a map that she and I have played together off stream. She set up all of these coal plants here. And we've been kind of like just, you know, playing around, figuring things out. Go get some steel beams. I feel like I'm probably good on this right now, though. We just got the truck set up today, so that can move things back to main base. You gotta keep them separate. You have to have separate factories. You have to. Hi, Valvelin. Welcome in. So, the reason I want to move that setup is I have a much closer limestone to steel built across the way. I mean, it's funny enough because even here in Satisfactory, like, you have multiple little base outposts. And really, it just depends on where your resources are at. And I think that's why it's not a randomly generated map. I think that's why it's like a preset map. Because they wanted specific areas to have access to certain resources. Nice star bits. We are getting close. We're getting really close to the Luma going out and making those donuts. No, get out. Stop being spaghetti. Absolute goofball hours. So right now I'm plugging in this drop pod because it needed it needs power in order to be opened, and then I can salvage the hard drive off of it. Would you look at that? Oh, what about this drop pod? Is this not a drop pod? Maybe this is just the wreckage and that up there is the drop pod. There's some wasps' nests here along the beach that I should clear out. Don't really feel like it right now because I don't have any ammo. The bees are so annoying. So annoying. We're streaming a little bit earlier today because, one, I took a snow day, and two, I'm going to be going on second shift starting next Monday. So I'm trying to get the feel for some morning stream. Hello, friend. Well, no need to be offended, Mr. Gasbag. So how many steel beams do I need? As wow. Also, I'm gonna do a real quick shout out. Lies of P. I've seen a lot of people streaming that game, but I'm still not really sure what it is, if I'm being completely honest with you. Have you been enjoying it, Zell? Pinocchio Souls. I don't know what that means. If the game is tops, I do know what that means. That means you like it. Are you just this backed up because... Yeah, you're just that backed up, I guess. Oh, it's Dark Souls with Pinocchio. Well, that makes a bit more sense. I have never played a Souls-style game. Okay, we're moving... Or I guess we want to move our steel this way. It should go this way. Yeah. Womp womp. Nope. Climb. Ascend. You fool. Get you over here in 2 pieces then. Probably these. Beautiful. We got a fight or fly. Alright, so that's going to feed one of our steel beam producing... We need 30 a minute. I think we're either making 30 a minute at that one machine or we're making more than that. Go check. Well, I picked up a steel ingot, but you know what? That's fine. That's fine. We're making 15 a minute. Okay, so wow, I would really need to dedicate both of these then. Dang it. So now I need to remember how I did this. Because as you can see, it was ugly. I'm pretty sure this one was involved too. No. That's worse! There we go. She is absolutely perfect. I am not taking criticism at this time. So this is going to feed them at 30 a minute. No. No. Stop. Wrong. Wrong one. Right one? Right one. She's beautiful. Like I said, I am not taking any notes at this time. Absolutely perfect the way she is. So now I'm pretty sure I broke all of the pipes right as they got made. Which I believe means I should be in the clear. So she's getting 30 a minute. I think she's got plenty of modular frames, so yeah. Be working towards that 500. Because that's all we have left at this point. I think we're gonna have to merge a lot of these lines. Because I don't really want to move, like, 8 different lines across the way. And... trying to figure out what the best way is to do this. I have a thought, and I'm mad at myself for having the thought. But here goes. I'm thinking that I need to move that truck station over here. Or run a secondary one, because this just feels like too much stuff to push via conveyor belt. Like, all the way over here. And the main reason I think we'd want to push it over here is so that we can also tote the steel back and forth. But, well, we're making a lot of our steel components over here anyway. So yes, I have to figure out what we are trying to transport specifically. Like, it's easier if you have one thing that you're moving. If you're like, oh, I'm manufacturing all of my modular frames over here, so I'm gonna manufacture them here and then send them across. Like, maybe that's what it can be used for. But just to, like, take and dump everything from one base to another is not particularly efficient. And like I said, I have to figure out what I'm doing downstream with all of this steel. Inky! Hi, baby! Yeah, you know what to do. You know exactly what to do for this baby. Baby! He's a little baby. So really, actually, I think I'm just waiting on those versatile frameworks. No. Baby. Part of our problem on this map is that we set up over where we were at, which has 3 normal iron nodes. And a normal node produces at 60 ore per minute out of a Mach 1 miner. While over here, we have 5 pure iron nodes, which produces twice as much. And so I'm kind of like, I'm at a loss because I feel like I'm rebuilding a lot of the same setups. And I'm not exactly sure if I should just be like toting all of my iron in. This is one of those games that I find super cool, but you're glad to see it and not play it. I think my mom feels the same way. And it's just because, you know, there's a lot of indecision that goes into this game. There's a lot of like, oh, could I be doing this better? And the answer is probably always going to be yes. Because right now, even though each of these outposts is operating at very high efficiency, like this little steel operation we have here is perfectly converting all of this coal and most of this iron. I had to bump it down to 75% to make the math work out and not have a total backlog. But this is perfectly producing our iron pipes and our iron bars. We are getting... $40 pipes a minute. And I think 30 beams a minute. Yes. Idle. Oh, just that slow, huh? That's okay. So yeah, I mean, between those two, and then these aren't being utilized for anything. So these just exist as is. And I know that the steel pipes are used for a lot of the hypertubes and probably like piping and some of the other things, but I'm thinking this is probably where we're going to transport steel. So maybe I should keep this truck station and just start feeding the steel products into it. We'll do that. Because again, you could sit here forever trying to figure out Toad Hat. You're lucky Inky's not sleeping on it, or he would cry. Hi. 1 second. All the cat hair? Cat hair. A lot of cat hair. Big headphones first and then hat. Inky's right here next to me. Toad Hat. Now, here is the thing. I could probably make a secondary truck route, I'm thinking. Do you see him here? He's like just barely off camera. Is this the same save you and Segment have been playing on, or a different one? This is a different one. We've been playing on this one together off stream, just, you know, for funsies. So that's 40 a minute and 30 a minute makes 70 a minute. She actually set up all of the coal power plants here. And earlier today, I was trying my hand at, you know, figuring out how I could do some of these things myself. Alright, so now this is going to take all of these steel components once they get here. And it's going to allow the tractor to take it back to main base. Do we ignore the creature in the back? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely we ignore this curious creature. Hold on. Trampoline. That's all. Whee! Mostly they just get in the way. Gentle giant. We call them gas bags. Hi, buddy. Let's get a good look at ya. Oh, don't do that. Yeah. This is fine. Absolutely fine. So I'm gonna go check on our versatile... No, nope. You tried. They're trying to spaghettify me. So this is a completely different save. The map is the same, except we picked a different starting point. So we haven't seen, like, we haven't figured out where we are on these two maps compared to each other. I want to say up here is where Fudge made his, like, main outpost on his map. I'm not sure, Fudge, did you start with, like, a jungle spawn? Because, yeah, this is a very fun little bit of factory. Yeah. Alright, so you're feeding in... I think that means you're good. You're getting 30 per minute here. Yeah, I know, right? Keep this. Now, I make no promises that there are not conveyor belt crimes happening. I just think it looks a little bit neater. Like, this is a crime. I know and accept this. Are you not making... Wrong. Where are your... Are you not making these? Iron plates. Why aren't you getting iron plates? What's not plugged in? You're not getting iron. Oh, it's the wires up top. I forgot. See, we got two of our smelters here, not plugged in. That'll happen sometimes. I was wondering why that line was, like, totally empty. What's the goal in this game besides efficient factories? So, efficiency is probably, like, the overall goal. But you start off with not that much in terms of technology that's able to do that. So, not only are you on this alien planet for your employer, Ficsit Enterprises, you are trying to collect resources here and convert them into other tools necessary for further expansion. And you are also trying to help Ficsit by sending stuff to them. So, like, we unlocked trucks. We unlocked the tractor. And to do that, we had to send enough, like, supplies up in our spaceship to Ficsit Maine, and then they were able to send us down the blueprint. Satis is the #1 goal. Always have a factory, but you have to make it Satis. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So as we have gone along, now we have these power towers. These can stretch electricity very, very far lengths instead of these power poles that do not go nearly as far distances. So if you need to stretch electricity... Hi, Inky! If you need to stretch electricity out to one of your outposts, you are gonna... Bye. You are gonna claw up my knee. I am not okay with that. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, so if you want to build an outpost and you want to move electricity out there, having these power towers is kind of a nicer way to do it. It's less cluttered. I mean, yes, can you string out like 200 power lines? Yes, you can. But it's cluttered. Alright, what do we want to work on? See, I think that's the one thing about Satisfactory, even when I'm just playing it by myself, is sometimes it's hard to look at it and say, what do you want to work on today? Or like, you're only playing for like an hour? Okay, what's your goal? Right now, I have to work on, up in the top right, completing phase 2. This is gonna unlock additional milestones that I can start working towards. Where's my tractor? Keeping an eye out for her. She should be toting steel. Now, granted, she might not have that much steel to tote. There she is. Oh, she's stuck? She had a fuel? I think she's stuck. Like, that hypertube there, I didn't always have that as a means of transportation. All that cable's going back up here. That was not that much cable. See, right now, we're making those versatile frameworks off-site. Fire. Easy. Four berries and 2 mushrooms. Do I have that? Got the mushrooms, but not the berries. Oh well. Get it later. Stop. I do not want to be spaghettified right now. I have other, more important business to attend to. Like my tractor. So if I hit M, it's showing me right now my tractor is out of fuel. Kind of wish it would show it on the hotbar of my map so that I could see it a little better. But yes, aside from manually running some of the different phase items over, I have a decent setup going. And now we might get to a point where we change that. Because some of the space elevator phases, oh, you need a lot. There she goes. I'm getting poisoned. But I think to me, one of the reasons I really like this game is because progress seems to be the driving factor. It's not survival. There are some enemies that you have to fight. Usually they're guarding some of the planet's resources, like the power slugs or the ore nodes, so you have to clear them out once and then you're okay. But yeah, it's not like you have to, it's not like you have to worry about eating enough, worry about drinking, or like armor or things like that. Alright, where would I want to put the encased industrial beams, I wonder? I have a bunch of rotors, and I certainly don't need that many. Don't even know that I need any on me, really. But yeah, I mean, here's the fun thing. I spent a lot of time last night setting all this up, and I'm really happy with it. Guess what? There's 2 more nodes back here that I can take and start making into stuff, and I'm not really sure what. I'm probably going to keep my modular frame set up over there and tote it back and forth. Because it does kind of seem like, past a certain extent, it doesn't make sense to craft everything at every single outpost you have. It doesn't make sense. Wow, would you look at that? There she goes. Now, yeah, I wonder. Maybe I go even taller. Maybe I put another... I need some steel beams. Well, I have some steel beams. I don't have to run all the way across the map. That feels good. So I think we want a lift, is what I think we want. Now, I wonder, do I need a smart splitter here to... I probably do. To tell it, pipes in 1, and... There is fall damage. I have braces on my leg that kind of reduce a lot of the fall damage, and I also have this parachute that can protect me from fall damage. I have died at least once off-stream from fall damage. So how do I make a smart splitter? 1 AI limiter, 2 rotor. But yeah, I mean, the fall damage, it's very hard to get yourself killed by accident unless you are going up against enemies that you really should not be going up against. Order. I need to make... What is the frequency of enemies? I have seen 0 enemies. No, I lied. I saw the bees over there, and they do respawn. But really it's not that much. The enemies are locational on the map. And I think once you've cleared an area and started building there, the enemies don't respawn. It's just the ones in the wild that do continue to respawn. So yeah, like, you can tell, this game is really not intended. I need the quick wire. Go grab some quick wire. This game is not really intended to be a combat-heavy game. Here's my weapon. I've just left the gas bags alone, honestly. Sometimes they get in your way when you're building, and I just wait. Now, there used to be bees up here. Usually once you break the nest, they will, leave you alone for a while. I know there's an enemy over here. There's an alpha charger. I'm pretty sure he respawned. There you are. Turn around. This is an alpha? Poor guy. So, he's dead. He did 3 ticks worth of damage. And that's because that, again, that's an alpha. They are meant to be harder. They're meant for you to know, like, oh, I should leave this guy alone. Or, I should go in very well prepared. I think there's a spitter down here. Yep. Is that an alpha too? I think so. Yeah, it is. Dead. I have a secondarily upgraded weapon, though. So it makes sense that I'm able to clear them rather quickly. And you can tell, like, I'm not really being that careful. If you need to heal, you can just eat a couple of nuts. Oh, there's a baby spitter. Those are very large nuts. They kind of are. Do you hear meowing? I hear meowing. Oh, where are they, though? I thought I cleared all of those. I don't know where the meows are coming from. So I'm playing with the arachnophobia mode on. In case you're confused as to why I'm talking about meowing. I don't know if that really clears anything up, though. This does, though. There are spiders here, yes. So, I mean, you can see the outline here of the stinger remains. They're not really spiders, but they are very spider-like. They also spawned... They also spawned in the rocks there, so they couldn't move. So those are stingers. These are the stinger remains. You can see they've got spider-like qualities to them. And they jump at you kind of aggressively. So the devs put in an arachnophobia mode. And they just meow at you. It's pretty great. Inky! I definitely was not harming a cat just now. I was definitely not. Still hear more meowing. You hear it, right? Maybe they're on top. Yeah, it's a shame because then you have to beat up the cats. I think that's why they went with, like... It's not like they replaced the mob with a model of a cat. They just, like, impose a glitchy cat JPEG over top of the spider. Hi, baby. You're back. He's grubbing all over the microphone. Cat, you know how to tell him. He is loved. So Smart Splitter just needs one AI limiter. Inky, I swear, if you scratch me, I will not forgive you. I won't. You can show chat your butt all you want. Just don't scratch me. Left is steel beam. This is our steel beam. Then right will be none. Sorry, center will be none. Right will be steel pipe. Try this again. We'll do left and center. No right. That one. That is the least cursed option I could do. See? Fall damage. You just have to be careful. Makes you want to build roller coasters? Stop. Listen, I'm doing my best. This is still way better than the hot mess that we had on stream. I'm gonna be honest with you. Alright, so this is set up now to put away our steel pipes and our steel beams, which I think is really cool. I'm gonna check my text real quick. My mom was, oh good, they made it safe. My mom, sister, and grandma are, headed to that craft retreat this weekend, which sounds like a lot of fun. And that's actually where the, CGRH craft night came from in the Discord. Now, I know that we've been doing the draw-alongs lately as our craft night, but there are talks about starting some fiber classes in February. And I don't know the specifics, but I do know that some of the members of the Cool Gamer Retirement Home are looking at providing very basic starting equipment, like buying a bulk set of hooks, and I believe between all of the fiber artists we have in the Discord, they have enough yarn to send around as well. So yes, that is something that will be coming soon, PM. We also moved our next draw-along to the 27th. So if you're interested in drawing Daruk and finishing up our Breath of the Wild Champion Copic artwork, we'll be doing that next Saturday. These are all based on original artwork by Sarcastic Sketches on Tumblr. But we're using it kind of as like a jumping off point, a learning point, because, you know, everyone has to start somewhere in their art journey. I'm gonna keep hitting my microphone, aren't I? Let me go check my versatile frames. Because, trust me, I'm so stinking excited to get moving along to the next part of the progression. Yeah, I know Internet Grandma is very excited about doing some fiber classes together. My mom also crochets quite a bit, and I think my sister learned how to crochet, and the one Christmas she made a lot of scarves. I started a scarf right when my mom was showing me how to crochet when my sister was learning. And I don't know, there was just something about it that I couldn't get into it. Like, it wasn't a therapeutic activity for my hands to work on the same way that, like, hand sewing is, and I don't know why. But that's just me. I know a lot of people who feel way different about the art of crochet. Hey, Fudge, if you can hear me, are you thinking pizza? Alright, let's take a look. Wow, we got 125 almost. Almost. We'll wait. We'll wait. 125. It's really good. And now, see, the thing I'm struggling with is I have like 4 more iron nodes that I can set up to start processing here. And we already have a lot of solid infrastructure going. Once I get the truck station set up, I can make some big improvements. I think, for the time being, my focus is going to be around main base. Trying to finish all of the iron processing that I can do there, in-house, without having to, like, pull from resources anywhere else. Because, again, I think you overcomplicate things. I'm using the royal you, but you overcomplicate things when you have every iron outpost all making the same set of things. It just makes the transportation of those goods more complex. Whereas if... Look at that! We're almost halfway through the versatile frames. I'm having a lot of fun, but I think that might be where I call it for today. It's a nice longer than usual stream. Nat, have you been enjoying any Animal Crossing off stream, or have you been saving that mostly for, like, streaming only? I'm looking through. A lot of people are live right now. A lot of people right now are playing that Pal World game, which is the whole, like, Pokemon but with guns thing. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. Why don't we go right out to Mad's World, who is currently playing Animal Crossing New Horizons? Go ahead and grab one of our raid messages. I might stream again this weekend, but we're keeping it really loosey-goosey right now as far as the schedule goes, because, again, I am going to be switching to second shift, and I think it's gonna be way too easy to overdo it, to say, oh, I want to stream all this time, and then feel very burnt out very quickly. So we're gonna be smart about this, and we're gonna have some restraint, which is something I struggle with. So, you know, it takes that, like, active practice. We are currently in the planning process for CGRH Go. I'm going to start talking about it more regularly on stream, because it's coming up in March, which is, like, what, about a month away, with, like, a month and a week away? It's kooky how quickly it's going to be here. There will be a lot of different people hosting their own streams, playing some multiplayer games, playing a lot of versus games. I'm hoping to get some co-op streams in with my sister wherever I can. And so, yeah, if you're interested in participating in one of our charity streams, feel free to check in the Discord. There is a forum, and I'm probably going to make the sign-up spreadsheet this weekend so we can keep track of all of this. Anyway, that's all the time we have for today, so keep going and growing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!